Did you switch us over, or did it switch us over?
What'd you say?
I think it switched us over.
I think it did. I was running this through my hair, and then I realized I forgot to put in the product that helps my hair not have horribly split ends. I'm gonna go grab that.
Okay.
I can't find it.
You can't. Well, is it in the bathroom?
I'm in the bathroom.
In front of the mirror.
Oh wait, it fell off my desk the other day.
I was about to say, where else do you do your hair?
I usually shower. I'm dripping wet.
And then...
I don't usually dry my hair as shown. And then exit, come do my makeup or put on moisturizer, put this in my hair here using this mirror, do my makeup, and then go back and do my hair once it dried off a little bit.
Have you noticed anything different?
That you were wearing makeup, that you're back in the garage?
That one. It's not an oven. Let me tell you, because I was like, Chris is asleep, but I can't wait until he gets up to stream because he's not working today. He normally works Wednesdays, period, and then just takes Thursday as his day off because, the way he does his overtime is basically like I said, he always works the Wednesday and then he's home the Thursday, just like he works Monday and he's home Tuesday when he does that. So I haven't had to deal with this all summer. And then I was like, well, it's actually been milder this week. Yeah. So with a hope and a prayer, I picked up my laptop and took my webcam and came in here, and then I sat down and I had everything set up. And as I was sending the screen capture to Fox to show him that I've been able to come, I almost started crying. I was so happy to be able to use my office space again.
Yeah, honestly, that's so valid, though.
Yeah, it's like I was the entire reason, I'll give myself 30 seconds to explain this. The entire reason that I haven't been back in here is because it's been too hot and the AC has been broken. And that's really I think having to stay in my room and to stay in bed has really done a number that has not helped any. And so, and the only reason that we haven't replaced the AC is because one, the central air and heating of our house broke over the summer. And so we had to, I was so pissed about it. It happened when I was away at a convention. And then not only did it break, but it, somebody came out, diagnosed the problem, and then fixed it. And then it broke less than 6 hours later. The second guy came out, and he was like, oh, yeah, the first guy misdiagnosed it. And I'm like, well, the motherfuckers. But because of how they do the billing, they do it per job, and the other job had been considered finished. I was like, well, they should have at least given us a nice discount then. And Chris was like, well, they did give us a discount. But he was stressed, and he's not usually the one who deals with this, so I didn't press him. But I was fucking pissed. I was like, it's not my fault. You fucked up. But then there was that, and then the thing with the van.
Yeah.
And the van also needed new tires, which the tires are piled up over there. Because
you have the tires in the house? The new tires? The old tires?
The new tires.
Okay.
Because the shop had to fix the van's booty, and we just got her back this week. Which, yes, I froze time. It's fine. Which, funny enough, we've been keeping the deductible set aside because, in case we would have to pay it to get the van back, because, we shouldn't have needed to pay it because the thing was not our fault. But they're like, oh, your van's back. Basically I have to go turn in the rental to get the van back. And they're like, be sure to pay your deductible. And so I was like, motherfucker. I get the van back. The very next day I get a message from the guy assigned to our case, and he was like, "Hey, I just got back from vacation, and don't worry, we'll waive your deductible." And I'm like, "Motherfucker, I already paid it." So now I gotta wait for that to come back. And
That's
it's just
annoying.
my poor little AC has been so low priority.
Yeah, it can wait.
Yeah.
Even though it sucks.
I'm happy to be back in here, though. I really think it will help a lot, especially since, like I told Chris, I want to rearrange the room with the furniture we currently have.
Okay.
And I have an idea. Since it's because everything has happened, it has also put a pause on me being able to buy new furniture for this room.
Yeah.
But for those who are here for WIP Wednesday, which is the one day a week that we dedicate to solely working on our current work in progresses, I will be working on the herbal research for the Sweetest Secret. I think I have read enough articles on some things that I'm going to start looking at like trends and making my notes on that. And then I'll just look up supplementary articles if I feel the need to. But I think I'm good right now, except maybe basil. I have very little info on basil. No, wait, all the info's down there. Okay. But yeah, so I might actually start making some magic herbs. We'll see.
I'm going to be working on the Gay Dragon novel, Storm's Heir. I reached 80K 2 days ago. I passed 200 words. Or not two. I am past 200 words. 200 pages document. And I reached my 20K goal for the latter half of August post concussion. And there's still August left, so I'm gonna keep going. I set it was like 20 days left of August, so I set a 20-day word count goal. So I think for the next month I'm gonna bump it up. And then something's going to happen that's gonna make it so I can't write every day or something like that. But still gonna try. That's what I'm doing.
Don't bump it up by a ton. Just bump it up by a bit.
Bump it up to like 1.5. Okay.
Here we go.
I'm disappearing to get food. So, you're muted still. Do you want me to unmute you? Oh,
Hey,
you want-
yo. I got it. It's all good.
Let me fix our caption. Here. Hi. I was terribly distracted, as I put in chat, by Stormageddon, Dark Lord of Fall, and Sabrina Carpenter. They work together to fool my mind from my manuscript. And also the fact that this chapter, the way it opened in my head, was super fucking weird and didn't quite like fit with the style of the rest of the book. And I'm like, is this okay? And then was anxious about it not being okay and couldn't move on until I had multiple people be like, yeah, it's fine. Which then I was like, okay, I can keep going. And then I was like, I don't know how to keep going. In the end, it is my hunger that got me to keep going because Rye gets to wake up to a nice cooked meal. And I wandered around my kitchen at the beginning of the sprint with just the tub of yogurt and a spoon. And then like got some cheese and crackers because I really need to go grocery shopping. And everything else requires like proper cooking to be applied, and I don't have time for that. So yeah, that was my sprint. But now I actually don't know how much I wrote. It wasn't very much, but now Ryan gets to eat some food, and we're all jealous. 170, he gets a handsome prince to offer him a bowl of freshly cooked food. I don't know what food it's gonna be because I haven't thought that far ahead. Some sort of bowl food.
I have crafted and detailed 3 of my herbs / spices, how they work, what they can be made into. Looked up the Final Fantasy item that cures all, because like what I wanted to do is right now I just have it like herb 1, and to like as a starting point I was like herb 1 muscles, herb 2 nerves, and I'm like, but I want to catch all, and I could not remember the name of the thing, of the item. And like remedy is one of them, but I'm like, that's not the one I'm thinking of. Panacea was the name of the item I was thinking of. In the video games, the panacea cures all status conditions.
I think,
and then also apparently it's the goddess of healing.
And I think panacea is a term for, I feel like we're saying it wrong, but I don't know, because I don't know if I've ever actually said it out loud. Is a term for a medicine that like treats a lot of stuff, not just from Final Fantasy.
I know that it's the name of the goddess, so it could be. That is.
I've heard it used in other contexts, and I know nothing about Final Fantasy, so I assume it's a thing in other things.
That's fair.
Or it's a term used in fantasy stuff, and I'm getting confused for real life.
Checking in on chat. Hi, Eva.
Hi, Eva.
Ooh, did you finish editing the video?
I hope you did.
Lena reread her manuscript after she thought she was ready to send it off to betas, realized it's not ready to send off to betas, needs one more round of editing.
Yeah,
I believe in you.
Worried about that. Hi.
Then this was me. I wanted to percolate a little bit on thinking. I mainly put that in case anybody saw me like doing things on my phone. I'm like, I'm trying to think of concepts.
People saw me doing stuff on my phone. I was texting.
Then Lena said, all that is to say, hi, today I'm reading and hunting for sentence level issues. Fair enough.
I believe in you.
Yeah, Stevie got distracted by Storm.
Okay, I can't type O and R's in the right order recently, and it's killing me, actually. From and form, I use those words way too often, and they keep getting flip-flopped in my script. And then I just did it with Pat's name.
I'm dyslexic, so I just accept that that's a thing I'm going to do regardless. So.
I don't know why I keep doing it.
Hey, Steve. He got back from housekeeping after 4 hours of trouble today. 'Twas a good stream. More beta read. I'm so fucking jealous that you're beta reading Backhanded Compliment Book 2 Electric Boogaloo. I'm so upset. I want to read.
Mystery.
Yes.
Classic.
Deep Mystery. Forgot they had this open. That's fair. What is this Sweetest Secret story you're researching? All right, I will explain that in a moment. I think panacea is used as any widespread cure or solution. I think yes, that's like I said, it's the name of the Greek goddess of like healing. She just is the goddess of healing. That's like all she does and stuff. So I am not surprised that multiple sources use it as that. I'm just saying that like for my own personal notes, I was like, oh, this thing that I am familiar with can be a shorthand for me. So that's what it is. I have so many thesis in my
Oh my god, yeah.
criminal.
So mine will change like the thigh, like THI to the, and then it's just the cis, and I'm like, no, that makes it worse.
All right, so real quick for everybody joining us late in the year, because
for Steve,
my brain died. Sorry.
Okay.
I took my migraine shot, so I'm a little out of it than normal. But The Sweetest Secret is a short story that I'm working on until I get all my beta feedback and stuff and start editing. Not for her. It's my current in-between project. And it is a sapphic, like a contemporary fantasy story. Our main character is a witch who owns a bakery. And
her sister was a witch, sorry.
And it's her wife's birthday. And she's trying to figure out what to bake her wife for her birthday. So that's kind of just the short story, is her like figuring it out and everything. And then they also like she celebrates the short story with her wife. Well, while doing it, I decided that I wanted to create some magical herbs and stuff. And so I was like, wait, let me just like make some that I can use in any of my fantasies. So I did a lot of like research on different herbs and spices, their health benefits, and why they are beneficial to your health, which is like, was very, I'm not going to say it wasn't useless. It was like super useful for me because I got to learn. But then when I started like making my magic herbs, I'm like, oh wait, they're going to do this through magical means. Like, like one of my herbs that help the nervous system, they like, you know, magically seek it to realign the electric current that runs through the body and all of that stuff. And I'm like, actual herbs can't do that. But I did learn a lot about like the biology of why these herbs and spices help the way they do. So that will help.
Researching the increase in her recommending like go have some cinnamon and stuff when there's ailments is very funny.
I'm learning things.
I like it.
Look, okay, so here's a fun fact that I actually learned this 2 years ago, so completely outside of my research. In the Latin American community, their periods are often not as bad as periods outside of said community. And like I learned one of the reasons is because they use a shit ton of cinnamon in everything, and cinnamon is great for anti-inflammatory purposes. And so like there's a drink, it's a warm milk tea with cinnamon, and not just cinnamon, like you put a cinnamon stick in that bitch, and that like really helps. And ever since then, my day one has not been nearly as bad. So I'm like when I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do a shit ton, I'm gonna internalize these things because I'm gonna start using these spices and stuff more. Cumin is getting added to every tomato-based thing.
Amazing. I support you. I don't really understand, but I support.
It's good for your blood sugar levels. So like when I make my beans and I add the brown sugar, I'm gonna add cumin too.
Yeah, I do know the spice cumin. Cut me off if this is a spoiler for our project, but at one point you were working on a project, or at least you were outlining it, that was a mother-son duo.
Yes. What about
that on the docket for the future?
Yeah, at some point.
Okay. What was that
anybody who has a Anybody who has a good memory, that's actually when I work on a secret project in October. That's my October.
Okay.
So thank you for outing
me. Confused.
You're fine.
Eva, I have no control over my continued youth. It's like one of those things.
Thank you, Steve. You've known me long enough. Oh, mostly an idea of what. That's fair. It is a sapphic, yes. Okay, I will 14 of them.
Classic.
Videos exporting now. Woot! Eva grew up without saying the H sound, so herbs with the H always throws me off. I've been saying herbs, not herbs, right?
I meant to say, I don't know.
I don't even know anymore. Specifically with that word, I didn't say / here, the H. I stopped using the H once I learned that it was intended to be silent, and I liked saying herb better anyway.
Herb sounds fancier.
I don't like how herb sounds.
Herb is like a frumpy little dude, and herb is a plant.
But Herbie is cute because Herbie was a car. And he's adorable.
Okay.
I didn't understand at your age either, CB. Stay young. My gut has taken notes on cinnamon. Well, the Brits don't say the H for anything, and French hate the fucking H. They adopted like heir, hour, and honor. They just randomly start. You don't say the H in honor.
Yeah, my mind's kind of being fucked up by the heir, hour, and honor comment.
Like, I knew the other two, but I never thought that
heir. I'm like, yeah, okay.
We
and
don't
then
say
hour
honor.
and honor, I'm like, fuck.
It would be hair, hour, and honor. They just randomly start using it for herb, and now.
Yeah, I'm very tired. That's too much for you guys.
I named pet newts.
Herb and herb.
Herb and herb. I'm hoping. I agree. That's cute. If it did, like, I thought. Also, where's my stomach section? Oh,
I'm looking for my light that I fucked around with the other day, and now I can't find it.
Yes, thank you.
The shadows are so weird.
Yeah, cumin is also very good for digestion. Like, I already added it to my chili, but now I'm going to add it to my baked beans.
My girls are...
Cinnamon is good. Cloves is good for indigestion, nausea, bloating.
I'm just going to wait for Sam to make all of her magical stuff and then throw it into my worlds for the crossovers. I'm joking. I wouldn't actually steal her shit. You're muted all of a sudden. Are you muted on purpose?
Oh.
I unmuted you.
Thank you. I don't know. It was weird. All that you guys missed was I was listing off things good for your stomach.
You heard that. And then when I started speaking.
Cayenne, cumin, rosemary stimulates digestion. Everybody already knows about ginger, and thyme. Thyme is also good. It's effective for soothing stomach ache, like gas, indigestion, and colic.
Isn't ginger ale not actually useful because it doesn't contain real ginger?
You have to get ginger ale made with real ginger, because now Canada Dry is generally made with real ginger. But yes, you are correct. There are a lot of ginger ales that don't actually contain real ginger, and they don't help at all. They actually might make it worse because they're carbonated.
Beer, I think, contains a lot of ginger.
Oh, that contains so much ginger.
I like ginger beer.
Like biting into a piece of ginger.
I don't think high fructose corn syrup is one of the herbs.
They named their planty flavorings after like an accountant. Why do hour and hour sound more different to me than
hour and hour?
Hour and hour? What about high fructose corn syrup? I'm not a dietitian, but I think that's probably not the best for you.
I had something to say and now it's gone.
I always forget that Laura's timers have things. Look at
Explaining
this
complex topics can be challenging. Highlight the text you want to simplify and let...
What were you saying, Sam? I muted it.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't fucking find it to skip the ad. There it is.
It's hiding from you. It knows that you're coming for it.
It did. My smooth transitions.
Were you saying something to Steve?
Yeah, I was teasing him because he was. I'm gonna start the sprint over. I was teasing him because he was using Restream the other day, but you know he's new to Restream, so he was very much like we were when we first started using Restream. So I'm teasing him about my smooth scene changes.
And then the fucking ad starts playing.
I know! It was like, no!
All right. This time.
Oh, this is the break stream now. Hello? I'm unsure if you can hear me.
I can hear you. I was trying not to blast travel and get us in trouble. Let me move us to this.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna take you off the screen. The other you off the screen.
How dare you?
I know, I'm so evil. I put my standing desk into standing desk mode because my legs are killing me from I've been getting so much writing done, which is fantastic recently, but I also have been spending so much time sitting at my fucking desk. I'm like, this is not good. And I used the walking pad a bit yesterday, but I'm not quite walking pad vibes right now, so I'm just standing. But standing on the floor is the floor. I don't know, not super comfortable.
The reason you guys are getting the loveliest of angles from me is because I got a message from the kids' school that's like, hey, buses are going to be late. Their bus route will start at 3:10. My kids get out at 2:20.
Oh my God.
So I was waiting for it, and I get a text from one of my kids. It's like, Mom, the bus is late again. And I'm like, you want me to come get you? And they were like, yeah. So
this is really bright. My head hurts. Actually, I'm
yeah, I will literally be home before their bus gets here. So
that is wild. Yeah. I was, let's see, there we go. Still working on this scene. It's still eating. I'm so hungry. I found out the fact that I ate a lot of venison as a child. Supposedly so that we could afford meat. Because we were in a very rural area. So my dad, I know he hunted for food, but I think our neighbors did as well. I remember parking lots being like, hey man, here's some venison. I just remember the venison sticks that I loved because they were nice to on jerky. But that was a fun fact I learned from my dad because I was texting him if venison or rabbit tastes better for the scene. Because they ate rabbit earlier and now they're gonna eat venison. And I was like, Rye can probably tell the difference in taste from growing up definitely in a place where your food comes from stuff you hunt, and he is a hunter. But and then I started doing a bit about Rye the dragon, the grandpappy dragon, dropped them off a whole ass deer for them to eat, and then also a shit ton of mushrooms. But a bunch of the mushrooms were hallucinogenic. And Jason made breakfast, but he sorted out the hallucinogenic mushrooms, but he put them in in a bowl because he's like, if you want them, they're over there. Not sure how dragons interact with hallucinogens. And Rye's thinking back, I don't really want to to points throughout the story where he's now ingested poisons or that kind of thing. He's like, it didn't kill me and I still felt it. If I ate the hallucinogenic mushrooms, would it just be less of a trip? Would it take more back? Then he's thinking about what about other poisons? What about medicines? And then he jokes oh, I like to save my drug trips for after lunch. And Jason for a second is like, oh, okay, we're chill. You're joking. We're chill. All right, that's obviously.
Before I left, I 100% finished making my magic plants, but now I have to go add a mushroom. I don't know what it's gonna do yet, but I'll figure it out.
Yeah, mushrooms are iconic because I was they're in a cave. I was Jason could have gotten the mushrooms, but this is funnier. If Grandpappy hunted a full last deer for these two guys, and then I considered making it 2 deers because Rise of Dragon, and Grandpappy knows. I think I might go back and make it 2 deers. And Jason's like, I didn't butcher both of the deers. I'm sorry. I made kebabs because I can make like 3 trail meals, and kebabs is my favorite. Because he's already made kebabs once, and I'm like, he doesn't have very many like much supplies, so I made him make kebabs again. And
Our options are limited.
He's like, kebabs or just straight eating it from the bone. That's what I have here. We have very limited supplies, and I am a prince. I'm a prince who knows how to take care of myself, but also I'm not usually in charge of the cooking. And when I'm in charge of my own cooking, this is what I make for myself. Like, I have a joke earlier where his servant, like much earlier in the book, his servant's like, oh, I'll steal you some like some of the fancy food from the feast. And Jason's like, oh no, I'm good. I ate some leftover trail rations, like jerky and dried fruit. And his servant's like, you're going to die. You're going to die of like scurvy. Jason's like, no, it's fine.
As I said, I finished my magical herbs, and then I got the message, so I have retrieved my children and am on my way home. But I desire to share a petty story real quick that happened whilst you were speaking. So, most parents are aware that when you are picking up children and stuff, everybody takes turns. You know, one person goes straight, one person turn. You know, you take your turns at the 3 and 4 way stops. This bitch decided she didn't want to wait her turn. So, like, the one car comes out, and then she follows right on their butt. And I'm like, what the fuck ever? I ain't getting in a wreck in a school parking lot. So I just let her. But then, because, like, the 3-way stop was going uphill, the car ahead of her goes to turn left. And then I see her try, but her car was not powerful enough to go before the other car took its turn. And I was like, you gotta take your turn like a normal person.
Got it. I kind of want to sit back down. I'm trying to be healthy. Yeah, I hate driving. I prefer driving than being in the car with other people driving, but I actually don't hate driving in Los Angeles because eventually you'll have to park, and that's going to either be expensive or a pain in the ass. Probably both.
I like to drive. Migraines make driving dicey because, one, the migraine can hit at any time, and when the brain fog hits, it like genuinely slows my reflexes and my thinking. I'm neck deep into this migraine already, though, so I'm like, I can adjust. Yeah. What has chat done? I can't see chat.
JC chat has said hi.
Who did? Oh,
JC.
JC. Hey, JC.
Stieg says, haha, it's all in jest, I know, but I think that was in response to you.
I was talking about the StreamYard thing. Or restream, whatever.
I came in just in time for the petty story, LOL. Hey, Sam. Hey, CB. I love driving so much. It's so freeing and relaxing and helps the creative flow a lot. But,
as a kid, when we went driving. As a kid, when we went to the arcades, I really liked the racing games, and I got pretty good at it. And I think that's, like, because of the way that they worked and stuff, that has made my reflexes with driving pretty okay.
We're sitting back down. When I went to college at Simon's Rock, which was in the Berkshires, it was really nice to go driving and stuff because it was like country roads. But like it's in a like vacation spot, so there were still like nice roads because rich people pay taxes. And so I would just like drive and enjoy that.
I was under the impression they used my taxes to make the rich people roads nice.
Well, I don't know. Because I don't know how taxes.
That was like, that's the whole basis behind Eat the Rich, is that they don't pay as much in taxes.
They don't pay as much as they should comparatively to their lifestyle. Anyways, it was really nice to drive on those roads because they were like almost always empty and just like forest, coming down and like the light coming through. But driving in LA is not that.
Tennessee used to spend more on repair and upkeep of their roads than they did on our school systems until we got the lottery. Because they kept trying to bring the lottery to Tennessee, and Tennessee kept voting no because everyone was like, no, sinners can go to another state to sin. But then they were like, okay, but what if a percentage of lottery profits goes to the school system? And then they're like, well, I guess if it's going to help the kids, the sinners can gamble. It's fine.
Wow.
Priorities.
Mystery says, I like to drive to the Creative Flow 2, JC. And then Published with Andy popped in, waved, and said, hi. Hi, Andy.
Speaking of driving and creativity, there are so many times when I'm driving and then like when I'm at a red light or something, I'll call Fox on Discord and be like, take this note down for me. Because I'm like, I just thought of something for a scene.
My voice memos on my phone are, I like added the voice memo to like my little swipe up and click screen. You don't have an iPhone. Anyways, it's one of the really easy to access screens.
I still have a note thing. In fact, I have a Galaxy. Well, they're not Galaxy Notes anymore. Now they're called something else. But I have a pen. In fact, my phone yelled at me earlier because my pen had been behind my ear. And it's like, yo, did you lose it? And I'm like, oh, nope.
Oh, no, it was like a voice memo verse. Like, not like speaking it types it out, but like an actual recording of me going, as I drive.
I will say this, I am extremely envious of everybody who could take voice memos and stuff, because do you know how impatient I would be listening back to my own voice memo because of all the like, I love and appreciate all of you for having the patience to listen to me, and I would have that patience for other people, but for myself, I would be like, bitch, get to the point. Through me.
I almost never go back and actually listen to the voice memo. It's usually the act of speaking it out loud puts it in my brain, and then the voice memo is like insurance in case I do need to go back and check something.
Maybe I can find a voice memo app to transcribe my voice memo, and then it'll just put in parentheses lots of silence. Because that's the part that I'd be like, when do I start talking again?
Mystery said there are rich people and rich people. Yes. What else? I actually did write during that sprint, so let me see how much I wrote.
You're most likely going to need to mute me because it's going to take more than 2 minutes to get back to my driveway.
Yes. Okay. I wrote 276 words, which is not that much, but it's fine.
Voids is voids, and they're all extra now. You met your goal.
Yes.
So, huzzah.
I was tempted to bump up my goal to 30K, but I'm like, no.
Like, no, not this month. We don't do that.
I know. But I rarely actually hit my goals, like goals for multiple days in a row, not just like day up goal. RP says, hi everyone, popping in after work, but before I got go for a run. I support you in your athleticism. I'm going to join a gym or something. My mother suggested kickboxing. Something with classes.
I want to do kickboxing. They don't offer it at my gym.
There's a lot of gyms in this city. Very expensive gyms, but
I have access to a singular gym because my husband gets a good deal on it through his work, and that is it.
Yeah, I'm a TikTok gym influencer. No, I won't actually ever. Probably. You never know. But I'm gonna look at that some point today. Look into that. Doing something with classes because I can't bring myself to just work out normally. It's so fucking boring. So yeah. All right.
You have a Switch. You could get like a dance game.
Yeah, that's still kind of boring for me. My brain's weird. All right. I'm muting us both and going into the sprint.
Hold on, before you mute me, like I am serious about the dance thing. My mom, she was pre-high cholesterol or whatever, and she was supposed to like lose weight and get into this thing, or she'd have to go on pills. And so she started playing Dance something. It's not Revolution. Whichever one is on the Switch. And she lost a lot of weight, and she does not take medicine for anything. So
That's great.
she's super healthy, and all she does is dance on the Switch. You may mute me now.
I would not be able to motivate myself to do that. All right, I'll mute us both.
And we're back.
I'm like half sure I'm going to need to cut some of what I'm writing because I think I'm just hungry.
Stomach lead you.
I'm on my third page of talking about food. Like they're talking about other stuff too, but in the background they're like eating, and then like Rye just spent a lot of energy yesterday, so he's gonna need more food because he used like dragon powers, which I'm kind of having them like the more he like if he has to heal himself at all or use a shit ton of magic or anything like that, he'll eat more. But Alaric's like, why are you starving yourself? Like a dragon his age should be eating a whole deer pretty regularly. And Rye goes out and like, you know, butchers another section of the deer. And Alaric's like, why are you avoiding the organs, bones, and skin? Like you eat like a human. And Rye's like, it tastes better this way. What the fuck, man? And I think from last chapter to this chapter, it's hilarious for me. Something I didn't plan at all was Jason is kind of like in awe of this like ghost dragon with like all this power and stuff, and Rye's just pissy. Like Rye does not like this man, and I'm like, that is your grandpa, but
Normal rebellion, it's fine.
yeah, but he's like, please stop judging. He doesn't even say please. He's just like, stop judging me. Like literally, Rye ducks through the curtains. They fall back and deny him the satisfaction of slapping Alaric in the face by passing right through him.
It's like, oh, I'm sorry, Grandpappy. Were you there to teach me to eat the whole deer? No, so leave me alone.
But he doesn't know at this point that it's his grandpa. He's about to find out. And attitude's not really gonna change. Because he's like, okay.
Well, I got home, I created the mushroom, and I like had light anxiety most of today, but like it's gotten a lot worse now to the point where like I feel super nauseous and like my heart feels like it's beating hard. It's not, but it like feels like it's tricking my brain into thinking it is. And so I'm like, well, I don't want to start revisions like this, so I'm just gonna be here to support everybody else for the day.
I can't tell if I'm nauseous or hungry. I think I'm hungry, judging from all of the other
maybe nauseous because you're hungry.
Yeah, that would track. And then, yeah, so I'm fantasizing about the chicken nuggets in the fridge or in the freezer. As I talk about eating deer, and now I really want some meat. Like,
I get that. My symptoms could be caused by my shot or the fact that I'm traveling tomorrow or a billion things.
A number of things. Why would you be free?
Why would I have one distinctive like source that I can be like, yes, it was definitively this that caused it?
I'm at 83,756 words. I did reference a scene that I haven't written, that I have like a little comment in my own document. This needs to happen right here. Go back and write this. But I was like, not. It's during LaRoe's scene, and LaRoe is such, he's not hard to write. He's really easy to write, but it's hard not to make him a like mustache twirling villain, or like it's easy to write him, but it would be easy to slip into making him a mustache twirling villain. And I'm trying, like, obviously don't want to be doing that. He's still not very complicated. He's a cultist. He's not that complicated. I mean, he's fairly straightforward, and he just like is telling what he wants. Like, he has no reason to hide it. But definitely just going back and just like the magic, having the magic mirrors that can communicate once a day are useful, but I'm also considered cutting them. Because for the rest of the series, having magic mirrors that communicate once a day, they don't stop anything from happening, but they make it I don't know, future conflict that I haven't thought of. Having magic mirrors is pretty, I don't know, useful. They're too useful, basically. And so I'm thinking,
just when you like make up things that would make take away their usefulness.
Yeah, which is why they work once a day, and Jason doesn't have his anymore because it fucking self-destructed because someone like Loro tried to use it, and the Information Guild went boop boom up in Loro's face. But I think only the guild would have them, but the guild is like involved. I'm thinking maybe switching it out to like a scroll that if one person writes on, it appears. So because it's getting information to Jason, like information that he ordered. But I'm like, that's
my magic paper from all that glitters.
Do you have that as well? Yeah, it's a fairly.
Well, if you remember, they had basically it's like a list app, but on a scroll.
Yeah.
So they like mark it off.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm certain I am not the first to think of that. So.
But anyways, so that's what I'm playing around with, harassing Grandpappy. Who has a name? He has a name, and it's not Grandpappy, it's Alaric.
Not anymore.
He'll never be known as. I refer to him as Alaric. I've only written Grandpappy once or twice.
It's not my fault.
It is totally your fault. Did you say it's your fault? It's 100% your fault.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're the one that referred to him as a Grandpappy.
Probably.
Yes. But it's fine because it's fun. But yeah, that's what I'm working on. I am gonna keep working after the stream, but I do want to go get food downstairs. I'm not going out anywhere. And a YouTuber released a video, so I'm like, yes, lunch and a movie.
Would you prefer to end this stream early so you can go eat and then you continue sprints in the server?
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Okay, because I'm not gonna get a whole lot done, and at this point it sounds like you may do more harm than good continuing to write before
you don't think my paragraphs talking about glistening meat is
Oh, I'm fine with it. You're the one who's like, I'm gonna have to cut things out.
I'm slightly dying just thinking about the amount of food I'm writing about, or just making me hungrier. I even ate at the beginning of the stream a little, but okay. No. Girl, what are you doing?
I was trying to. Aha! It had disappeared from the options. I don't know. All right, but anyway, this is why I can't edit the layouts during stream. It has to be before.
Thanks for the people that hung out. If you want, I'll be. Jason's commenting my glistening meat. Yeah, it's not that kind of scene. If you want to keep writing, I'll be in the server in like an hour, probably. Well fed. And
for those who are in the Sam's Realm on the Discord, for those who are not, sadly, this is where.
Go watch other WIP Wednesdays, even if you were there. Watch this again. Just restart it.
Just replay us on loop.
Over and over
again. Bye. Make next month's schedule.
Yeah.
We'll catch you next week and whatnot. Bye.
Bye.